What's up, anime fans, and welcome to the Animezilia. And today we're going to be going over episode 10 of season 2 of We Never Learn, the anime series. Now, this episode is the second part of the Fumino and her father drama kind of storyline that they're going with, and overall, this episode was fantastic. After this episode, I'm seriously struggling to keep Azumi Konami at the top as my number one character from the show. Because Furuhashi has just become so brilliant in this series. And yes, okay, I have read about her character in the manga, but seeing it in the animated and animated, like now, it gives me a better appreciation of it. But, not to worry, they're both sort of fighting for top spot, Azumi's still just on top. But anyway, let's talk about the episode. Episode 10. So this whole episode is based around the theme of effort. If you put in enough effort, you can achieve anything. That is basically what this episode is trying to tell us. And I love the way that they do that. So the episode starts off with like this wife type of vibe from Fumino, as she's basically trying to perform the duties of a housewife. So she's trying to cook food. We all know how that's like. She's trying to clean, she's trying to wash up, and she's trying to basically, just do the things to help out. She appreciates everything that the Yuiga household has actually done for her in taking her in, so she's trying to repay that. And just as a side note, because they're both alone, both Fumino and Yuiga, it's definitely a trap set by his mother, innit? Has to be. You know what she's like with her romantic fantasies. And the thing that I actually really did like about this was that it shows Yuiga's kind side, which we all know, but it also shows at the same time he's improving on his observation skills. Slightly. As he manages to emphasize and he manages to kind of, make up the idea in his head that Furuhashi has put in this effort. In cooking this meal, yes, it tastes horrible and it's not looking the best, but she put in the effort. She's tried. He notices the cuts and the plasters on her hand and is like, look, I'm going to eat it because you did this. And this is great, because no matter how hard she tried in this episode, she failed, but she kept on trying. So it's that theme of effort coming back and kind of injecting itself into the episode using the character of Furuhashi. Now, the other thing I was just going to say was that they had a bath scene. They had a scene in where Furuhashi wanted to basically wash Yuiga's back, and obviously, being the horn dog that he is, he just kind of went with it. And who wouldn't? But this basically sparked a memory inside Furuhashi. And I like this because it shows that she still deeply cares about her father, even though she's mad enough to leave home. She's a character, or just a girl, who wants her father's approval. She wants to study the thing that she loves, which is the stars. And she wants her father, the man who raised her, to basically kind of be on board with it and have her support. That's all she wants in today, and having this memory just kind of emphasizes and reinforces that she actually still cares about him, no matter how much of a scumbag he has been to her over the years. So then, next is the date. So, we go stargazing, and yes, these two go on a date, and this is where the show kind of shows off Fumino's passion for the stars. Now, when I was actually watching this part, I kind of actually thought, is Furuhashi me and Yuiga's like the friend that I'm trying to explain anime to, that just doesn't really care that much but just looks interested because I'm interested in it? And that's honestly the first thing that popped into my head. It was kind of like, my best friend, talking about random stuff and me going, oh my god, did you see this latest episode of this We Never Learn show? It was so ridiculously funny. They had this character and this character and this character and this character, and they're just like, And what actually made me like this part even more is the fact is that when we get to see Furahashi's passion and everything else on display from her character, Yuiga is trying to convince Furuhashi to basically talk to her father, express her passion and her enthusiasm to him, because at the end of the day, that is the reason why Yuiga started to take an interest in the stars, because of when they were sleeping together in that hotel room on the futon, and she was like, oh, look at that one, that one's this, that one's that. She got interested that way. So maybe using this technique, it might make, her father kind of see her side of things. And obviously, in this part, it was also emphasizing the theme of effort, because it was saying, basically, if you don't try, you'll never find out. Who knows, the results might be favourable for you. They might not be, but you just have to try again. And that's basically another kind of, reinforcement of the theme of effort. Now, we actually get to Furuhashi telling her father. She gets home and it's just like, yeah. She's like, I want to do it. I'm going to do it. I will. And he's like, yeah, well, I'm tired. I'm not bothered by this useless thing. And obviously this sets him up to be the antagonist again and shows that he's, this heartless character that doesn't want to interact with his daughter if she's just going to throw away her geniusness. But this basically doesn't bode well for our Stargazer because of this. So we go to the laptop. If you remember, we had that laptop at the end of last episode, and there was that weird password. And oh my god, I love the password for this laptop. It was so ironic that it made me laugh a lot. So the password actually is Reji, which is, Furuhashi's father's name. And so the man who was desperately trying to get into this folder didn't think to type his own name in and try it. Like, he probably didn't go, my wife loved me so much she would use my name. I wonder if he just sat there going, what's the password? Something she loves. Fumino. Denied. Mathematics. Denied. Stars. Denied. I've entered everything apart from one thing that she loves. It won't be me. Because I'm a scumbag. And, yeah, so that just gave me a bit of a giggle. So, there wasn't any global mathematic formula that would get a Nobel Prize, but instead a very heartwarming video message from Furuhashi's mother. And that's what she looks like, and you know what? I actually like this. And her mother's actually apologising for a few things. And this is where, again, the theme of effort arises, because it turns out that her mother wasn't good at maths at all. She wasn't this genius that knew everything. Instead, she just worked hard to get a man hard. Pause. That came out really wrong. However, this serves the purpose of basically telling Reiji that no matter what the starting point of a person is in their sort of field of study, effort and supported by someone, if you put in the effort and if you're supported by someone who basically has your back every step of the way, then anyone can learn and excel in any subject. And I love this message as it appeals to basically real life matters. And, if you're struggling, you're trying to learn something new and, it's not going your way, it just says keep trying and it will come. Talk to someone. Try and get some help. Try and get some support, and that will shed some light onto it and help you out. Which is something I really do like. I love it when in the manga you read it and you're like, that message actually applies to real life. I really like that. Going back to quite a lot of episodes back, Yuiga going, who's to say it can't will always be a can't. Again, saying that sentence always makes me nervous because it sounds bad. Too fast. And again, it's this theme of effort, put in the effort, and, you will succeed. Now, the whole deal behind Reiji's kind of basically the whole ideal of Reji and his actions being conflicted and hostile towards his daughter kind of had me conflicted, if I'm honest. Because in the manga, I like the character of Reiji. Because of his awkwardness and just the comedy he brings to the show, he's obviously, we see it in this episode, he's thinking that Furuhashi and Yuiga are an item, and this gets played on a lot more. But at the same time, I just don't like him from the anime's perspective because he hit little Fumino. And this is also the reason as to why he's cold towards her, because he doesn't know how to make amends for that. And the only person he turns to is Yuiga's mother for help. I find this quite ironic because you've got the older generation kind of turning to Mother Yuiga to basically ask for help, and then you've got Furuhashi asking, the next generation being Yuiga, Nariyuki, for help in her sort of struggles. I find that pretty good, but at the same time, yes, I understand he's awkward, and that's part of the reason why I like him, but I don't know, I need to give this character more time from the anime's perspective so that, he can regain my like. But yeah, that's the reason. A bit weak, but hey, it happens. Sometimes, you get into a situation you just don't know how to crawl out of it. Instead, you just keep digging yourself further and further into that hole, and it just kind of all goes chaotic from that point. So, Furuhashi's mother, great design. Personality-wise, she's definitely Furuhashi's mother. Their reactions are exactly the same, and I loved it. It was brilliant. And I also like the fact is her mother was used to basically show us more of where the passion from the stars came from in her daughter's perspective and her eyes. I love the fact though that the password is actually the name of the star, that Fumino was like, yep, we're going to name it that. Because, they were looking for a star together, mother and daughter, and the father was being left out, so they were going to name it after him. I thought that was really heartwarming and a nice thing, and who knows, maybe by the end of the series, there'll be a star called Reiji in the sky. All in all, a great episode with a brilliant message that anyone can take away and learn from, involved within this episode. Basically stating that enough effort and enough determination, you can achieve anything. But more importantly, although I love the message in this episode, I love this even more. Look at all of these. These are just a handful of the reactions that we get from Furuhashi in this episode. She has so many faces in this episode that are just so hilarious, kind, nice, appealing, brilliant, funny, quirky. They're all great. This is one of the reasons why I love this character so much. You can see, like, in the left-hand corner, she's doing the kind of, if you watch the outro, Damede reaction, where she's like, no, no, no. That's probably my favourite reaction from the episode. She's got the, up in the top left corner, I'm happy, I'm proud. She's got the kind of cheeky wink in the little circle on the right hand side. She's got the shocked reaction all the way around. I loved it. Great. And we also get some development for Fumino's character as she builds up her character even more, gets entwined with her feelings more and more, and she shows off her feelings towards Yuiga a bit more, in being a bit more kind of, not flirtatious, well, a bit more bold I should say. And all in all, a great episode with some great animation and great voice work. So, that's going to do it for this review. I hope you've enjoyed. Apologies for it being super late, but hey, had things going on, couldn't do it. Forgot my internet, just got it back, great. But, with all that being said, if you've liked the video, like the video. Dislike it. But let me know how I can improve in the comment section down below. And why not tell me your favourite reaction from Furuhashi in this episode? Down in the comments. Other than that, I'll see you all next time, and I hope you all enjoy. Bye-bye for now. I don't know why I posed. You can't see me. I didn't put myself back on the screen. Oops.